Hello everybody, welcome to the next video. And in other series I was sharing with you my own awareness about my patterns, and hopefully this was understandable for you. And I kind of like this story sharing, not just like thought, but also like real life moments. And that's why I decide to share with you also some real life experiences what I had, where I was able for random people what was like passing basically around, create a space to find a solution for them, for their life, and for the next step. So this story happens many years ago. It happens in Switzerland, and I was sitting in self-service restaurant nearby the window in the city, and it was quite full. The table was like long table, and I was alone by this long table, and there was a mom with a small child searching for a place where to sit. And I kind of get that they was speaking my mother language. Normally, I don't interact with many people around. It doesn't matter if it is my mother language or some other. But of course, the child was somehow interested to sitting like next to me. And the mother was like, no, just sit a little bit like on the side. And of course, kind of these circumstances make me like said, hey, look, it doesn't bothering, it doesn't disturbing me. I say in my mother language. And she was like, oh, that's good. Thank you for sharing. And I like just ask if it is like a lot of to do, because the child was quite nice. It was calm. And like how it is, how is her day. I was like, with a small child, it is probably like very busy and a lot of rush. Or how does it feels for her? And she was like, yeah, with the child is everything fine. I'm enjoying it. It's very nice. The thing was, what she was sharing, that the main point is that she needs to start search for a job, because after, like, there was like, if I remember correctly, she was like, the one baby was walking and the other baby was in the baggie. Yeah. And she was sharing that because in Switzerland there is only 3 months what you can stay at home as a mother, and then you should start working again and get involved again in the working process. And she shared that she needs to find a job and that she is not really interested to get back into hospitality, because before she was working in a restaurant before pregnancy. And I just asked her, but is this really only one option, what you can see? And I don't know what age she was. And she was like, yeah, what else I can do? And I asked her, so you would like to stay home with your babies and still kind of like bring money to your family? Do I understand correct? And she, yeah, that's the situation. And I asked, so you probably put these parameters or let's say options in the Google, what pops out, right? And she, no, I didn't search for anything. And I asked her, like, why? Like, you are kind of young, so just do or search for what you want. Like, I don't understand that you don't even get the idea to search for it. This is like, I told her, like, I'm speechless. You are a mother, responsible for 2 kids, and of course, it's big compliment. You want to bring money into family, even some money, but you don't search for the options. Like, that's confusing for me as a outstanding. I have no idea what kind of circumstances you can see. Of course, I just know the short line, but like from these few points, I don't understand why you don't search for anything else. And she kind of, it was like 30 seconds silence, and I was seeing like her mind was like working. And then she asked me, like, about possibilities. And of course, because I myself, many years ago, I was Googling and searching and trying. And there are many options, of course, but in that moment, my intuition said, so look, lady, you are mother, you are totally probably good with some guts about children's. So find some supplier, for example, like Amazon, and sell it around the world. You know what babies need because you are mother. So pick up something and try it. Be at home and just do it from your computer. And she like, yeah, My husband is actually like IT specialist. So, I see him in the home office, and he's like 10 hours a day on the computer. And these I don't want, because I would like to spend the time with the babies. And I said to her, okay, but IT specialist is different thing, totally different thing, as selling a stuff online, from my point of view. Because from my experiences, when I was selling stuff online, only one thing what I was needing was, at the evening after my regular job, sit down to a computer for approximately 1 hour, 1.5. It depends how many orders was in the line, and just fix them, like send it, of course. And then I was free again. But I was working, but you will be not working, so you will spend the whole day with your kids. At the evening, you spend hour or two selling the order, like sending the orders, and you go sleep. If your babies allow, of course, to go sleep. And she was like, so basically I will need a product. And I said, yes, you just need a product, like what to sell. And she was silent and she was thinking, and I was enjoying the process, what she was going through, to observe. Because look, I have a goosebumps. I'm not sure if you can see it, but when I put myself back in the moment, it is just like amazing feeling. So she was thinking, and then I was a little bit like surprised, like with the big eyes, like when you turn on the light in the room, the bulb like get bright, and she said, wait a second, like my sister in Slovakia, because she was having kids, or she's still like having like small kids, I don't know, this is not important, but she was creating some clothing for the babies. And the sister was sending these like to try for her, for the baby. And I said, look, so simple it is. So you have a product from your sister already. So take this product, ask your sister how much are the costs and how much she would like to earn with it. And then put your provision to the price and sell it online. Around, for example, European Union. In Switzerland will be a little bit complicated, not impossible, but complicated. But your sister is in Slovakia. This is part of the European Union. And you can send goods around European Union without toll clearance. And your sister can produce the goods and send directly to the clients, and you just put one profile on eBay, for example, or for example, eBay, and put your prices, some pictures, some descriptions, and that's it. You get provision, your sister get paid, so two parts of your family are already done. You don't need to go to work. You just need to sell the product. And your sister, I don't know what's her plan, but she can stay at home and do what she like. 30 seconds silence again, like third time. And I let her, and she was thinking, and she said, bloody hell. Even my husband, because he's IT specialist, he can like help me with like making a profile or maybe do some online store. And I said, exactly, you see? You have your husband at home, so you don't need to pay web designer. You don't need to pay someone who help you with it. And probably it will be for free because your argument is, hey, help me with it. I stay at home with the kids and I earn money online. And even if there will be some issue with the web page, with the programming or whatever, he can fix it for free because you will be bringing money into a family. You are busy, you are at home, you are earning money, and your sister is also fixed. You have no expenses, just earnings. Like, did you get it? She was standing there, speechless, and just said, yes, I will never get this idea. And in that moment, I was basically done with my food. So I take my tray and I said to her, I am very happy for you that you get to this awareness, to this point, how you can try something new, what creates partially your dream or wish. I was very happy to help, and I wish you a lot of fun, a lot of good experiences, a lot of learning experiences, and I wish you a nice time. And I left. Of course, I never see her again. I have no idea if she was able to basically create what we was talking about. But in that moment, she was able to get an idea. And I was very happy that even by the random meeting, there are no coincidences, but let's call it a random meeting, but behind was a coincidence or a point why we was talking that way. And I was able even very spontaneously create a space for her to rethink or recalibrate the whole picture what she was having and how uncomfortable the picture was, that there are also different ways, not easier, different ways which she can choose, and maybe, because there is no guarantee, right? And the experiences and whatever, there are so many circumstances, but maybe even make her dream to stay at home and earn money to the family with all these positive possibilities to, to live a little bit different life as she was knowing. So that was also partially like part of my mentoring, of course, in that certain moment. And I like this example. I use this example many times in the past in many different conversations. So that's why I was not curious, willing to share this also with you, that you can get also a little bit different perspective how I work, how my mentoring work, that basically with based on my experiences, I ask few questions, I bring few pictures about possibilities. Of course, these pictures are based on my background, and I give you a space to feel and to find out how your picture looks like. And if you talk about your picture, I can also, based on my experiences, find, or let's say, find an option, one option, maybe two options, but there are many other options, how to create, how to make it real, and how to get to your wish, to your dream, as fast as possible without wasting trying and doing, like things which are not necessary. Of course, on this journey are very important what kind of patterns the person is carrying with them, because these can create some specific experiences in this project or in this journey, what I cannot like change. And anyway, it is like try and fail for everything what we do. So even based, like, recommendation based on my let's say experiences, which seems very efficient and very straight, can go a little bit maybe with the turns and longer period of time, and many other circumstances are involved. So hopefully this was like making sense for you. Hopefully you get a point of this story and a little bit better picture what I do and how I do. And yeah, hopefully you like these kind of videos, and I will be sharing also few other stories in the future. So thank you for watching, and hopefully see you by the next video.